There are moments in life when everything seems to fall apart. The plans you made, the dreams you chased, they crumble right in front of you. You try, you fight, you pray, and still, nothing works. And you whisper to yourself, why me? But maybe, just maybe, this is where real strength begins. This is the story of Daniel, a man who lost everything and found himself again in the ruins. Daniel had always dreamed of opening his own woodworking shop. He loved shaping rough wood into something beautiful. For years he worked overtime, saved every dollar, and finally, his dream came true. The first day his shop opened, he felt unstoppable. The air smelled of pine, the floor shone with sawdust, and for the first time Daniel believed he was exactly where he belonged. But life has a way of testing us when we least expect it. A few months later, a car accident shattered his right hand. Doctors said he might never regain full movement again. Soon after, orders stopped coming in, bills stacked up, and everything he built began to collapse. One evening, Daniel sat alone in his empty shop, staring at his bandaged hand. He whispered, maybe it's over. Maybe I wasn't meant to make it. The next morning, a young boy from the neighborhood stopped by, a kid who used to watch Daniel work every afternoon. He looked around at the silent workshop and asked, "Are you quitting, Mr. Daniel?" Daniel forced a smile. "I can't do this anymore, buddy." The boy looked at his injured hand and said, "But you still have the other one. And you still have your heart. That's where your gift really lives." Those words cut deep. Simple, innocent, but full of truth. That night, Daniel thought long and hard. He realized life can take everything from you, except your heart. As long as your heart is beating, you still have a reason to rise, so he tried again. He began training his left hand, one tiny movement at a time. It was slow, painful, messy, but each day he improved just a little more. He recorded his journey and shared it online, not to impress, but to stay accountable, to remind himself not to quit. At first, no one noticed. Then people began to watch. Thousands of strangers followed his story, inspired by his determination. They saw not perfection, but persistence, not strength, but courage. A broken man who kept creating beauty from pain. Months passed. Daniel rebuilt his life and his shop. He began teaching others, especially people who'd lost hope or ability. He told them, sometimes God doesn't take away your power. He just teaches you to use it differently. His words reached far beyond woodworking. They reached hearts that were broken, people who'd given up on their own dreams. Years later, in an interview, someone asked him, "Do you regret what happened to you?" Daniel smiled softly and said, "If I hadn't lost everything, I never would have discovered what I was truly capable of." Sometimes the fall isn't the end, it's the beginning. And maybe that's true for all of us. When life falls apart, when everything goes wrong, it doesn't mean you failed. It means you're being shaped. Coal becomes a diamond only under pressure. Seeds break open only in the dark. And hearts grow stronger only after being broken. So if you're in the middle of chaos right now, if nothing makes sense, don't give up. Because someday you'll look back and realize that this storm wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to teach you how to stand in the rain. Remember this: pain is temporary, growth is forever. Your story doesn't end when you fall, it begins when you decide to rise again. So keep going, even if it's hard, even if no one believes in you. Because one day, when you finally look back, you'll see that everything that went wrong was actually leading you exactly where you were meant to be. Sometimes losing everything is what it takes to find your true strength.